Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in to another Starcraft 2 broadcast. My name is Anaris, and we are here today to watch the epic conclusion from the best of 3 series between WhiteRa spawning as the Protoss, the 2 o'clock position, and VortiX in the 12. We are on Scrap Station. This is the third game from the best of 3 series from the Champions Trophy tournament that took place in January, hosted over there by SK Gaming. These players are hoping to proceed to the Grand Finals. Whoever makes it to the Grand Finals will receive a pretty awesome killer 2100 Gaming Network card, as well as a grand prize for the winner, $250 in cash. Good stuff there. So, like I said, we are on Scrap Station, so we're probably going to have the Zerg player go for Speedlings right off the bat, transitioning into an expansion, maybe just teching up. We have seen that kind of similar play here from VortiX on all the maps so far. Previous 2 maps were Lost Temple, game number 1. Players spawned relatively close to one another. Actually, it was about the same aerial rush distance as they are right now, spawning in the 12 and 3 o'clock positions on that map as well. Don't want to give any spoilers, but I will say game number 2 we did have on Xel'Naga Caverns. Again, pretty long distance between the bases. You're going to have the Protoss kind of hunker down a little bit. You have the Zerg looking to go on the offensive in the early with the Speedlings. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking we're going to see for game number 3 here. Sure enough, there goes the gas and the spawning pool. Going to be looking to get those drones transferred over there ASAP. May decide to transfer the drones back over to minerals there and go for the expansion. Keep an eye on that as the Overlord has now located the Protoss base. Going to park himself maybe over the... no, not over the Nexus. Just going to hang around a little bit. So pretty standard opener for WhiteRa right now. You know, you got the gas at around 14 supply. You got the gateway at around 13. May look to have a cybernetics core dropping down here. Yep, sure enough, there's the probe waiting for the money, and boom. Now, this is something that could pose a problem. You look at the circles right there between the 2 bases. That's more room than one zealot can fit into. He's it may require 2 or a sentry or 1 stalker or something like that. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see what happens here as more overlords are being positioned around the map in key spots. This one is going to be heading over to the cliff. Very popular place to park them. Also good for pylons. He'll be able to see what goes on in this choke right here. Here come the Zerglings. We do have Zergling speed on the way. Queen as well. And there's a probe. Looks like it's going to try to block this hatchery from going down. Got the epic fight. Who's going to win this one? Looks like the probe is going to block it once again. Yes! Uh-oh. This pylon went down, but I don't think it's going to matter. Look at that. Lost the probe there. And pylon canceled. So, just a little bit of harassment from the Zerg player. You know, this isn't really going to accomplish anything. What the Zerg player is doing here is he's trying to bait the Zealot out, which now that there's a Stalker, you can put that in the spot right here with the Zealot in front of it, and kind of bait back and forth. You don't want to put it out too far though, because the Zealot can kind of get pushed out just a little bit and get surrounded by the Zerglings. Do not want that to happen at all. So Current boosts have been used primarily for the... oh man, Zerglings are running through... oh, look at this! The Zerg player got through! He realizes what's going on, gets his Zerglings in the back of the defenses, takes down the Stalker! Force field, very last second, keeps the Zerglings from running in here. And now the clock is ticking for WhiteRa as he does place a couple very, very nicely placed pylons right here, blocking off the entrance. Oh man, Zerg may be looking to take advantage of this little exploit he just found. Exploiting a weakness in the defenses. Here we go again. Not enough energy on this Sentry. Zealot is in place, however. We see those units taking a lot of damage. Zerglings are going to be going down, although rather slowly. Here's the Zealot getting ready to go down. More pylons have been dropped this time. Sentry has gone down. There goes 100 gas right there. There's a Sentry coming out right there, and will the force field go down? Yes, it will. A lot of these Zerglings are now pushed out. Do hear a couple of them attacking the cybernetics core. One of them working on the gateway there. A couple of them. Now warp gate technology has finished, so this attack is not going to proceed. One pylon actually got very close to dying there. Just fantastic timing on that Sentry. I mean, he really did make the best of a crappy situation there, and now his defenses are solid. He has enough energy for plenty of force fields, can warp in more units. You see he's even taking down that pylon now. Get out of the way, pylon! You don't belong here. Did your job, but now you're worthless. So, that attack, we're going to have to pretty much assume that's going to be the conclusion of the initial assault. Zerglings are going to be coming in here. Will they be able to get the surround in a couple sentries? Yes, it looks like they will get one, and the Zealots are going to be going down as well. Force field's in place, though. An attack is not going to proceed. So WhiteRa now sitting on 47 supply. Looking at the army count, 39 to 47. Look at that. Just got the Zerglings there. But the hatchery is complete for VortiX. You see he is actually getting a mixture of roaches and Zerglings. Not so much worrying about saturating the expansion this time. Wants to get his defenses up a little bit here. Then we'll probably see him focusing on some drones. A little bit of a change from the last couple games where we did see him put a little bit of initial pressure on the opponent, but didn't really commit as he has this game. So the expansion is going to be looking a little bit weaker here for a while. We see the income is about even, a little bit on the favor of WhiteRa. Got 24 to 31. That's just simply, got more harvesters working on it. You got actually one more there. You got, since WhiteRa is working on 2 gas. Looks like he's got an extra probe there on the gas there for a second. That's not a good thing. Did fix it though. So now we got some gateway forces just checking out the middle of the map. Zerglings are going to be running away here. As we look at the production tab, got that Nexus going down, just about complete actually. Got the Stargate. Maybe looking to get some Void Rays here. Now they have proved to be pretty darn useful, especially in game number 2. We saw they were used to great effect. Now we'll look and see if he's able to make a strong push with those again, as the Overlord does sacrifice itself, forcing the Zerg to be supply blocked for about half a second. Good timing on that one, as the Overlord, not the Otherlord, don't know what an Otherlord is, has just popped right here. Keeping an eye on the back of the base there, might have that one sacrificed in just a little bit, but now we have a Phoenix going to be coming out here for WhiteRa. This is going to be good for a couple things. Number 1, he can pop off any Overlords. Number 2, fast scouting. Kind of get your aerial Zergling play right here. Flying around, being a boss. Yep, now it's going to be going away. Oh, there's an Overlord. Looks like we're going to get a free kill there. WhiteRa, I'm sure he's very happy about that. Dropping a robotics facility, chrono boosting out some Void Rays. He's got 2 coming down the line, sitting at about 150 minerals. No upgrades just yet. He is so far he has been a pretty big fan of that 1 weapons upgrade, getting that about mid-game, not too early, but wants to have that before he goes in for any major assaults. As Zerg, he's going with a pretty similar build as the last 2 games. We've got the Hydralisk Den going down, and we've already got the Roaches in play here. Zerglings are hanging out in the kind of gassy area right there. Blocks the vision. Very good for ambushing. Very good for ambushing. We can look to see those being utilized here. There's one Void Ray just kind of hanging around, looking around for Overlords, anything he can pop off. Phoenix doing the same thing. May decide to go and scout once again in the Zerg Natural, head up to the main. We'll keep an eye on that as we have an Overlord train just kind of hanging out here. Cool story, bro. So there's that 1 weapons upgrade, and the Observer are going to be popping out here. Now he's going to be able to get some consistent information on the army position for the Zerg player. Spreading the creep there. A little bit late on doing that. We noticed the past 2 games, he's done a pretty good job spreading the creep. Looks like this one, however, a little bit thrown off by the Zergling attack he did, and probably just threw off his build just a little bit. But that is okay, because both players have done very well so far in this series. And it's funny because this is the first Zerg player that we've had in the Champions Trophy Tournament Series since I've started casting it back in November. The first Zerg. We definitely need some more Zerg signing up for that. So I believe for the North American tournament at least, we're going to be having open invitations. So we did have Evil Geniuses out there representing. We had, let's see, had a whole bunch of people. We'll look at that later on. I'll actually provide a link to the tournament page, and you could see who all played in it. I would remember it, but by the time we actually got to the North American tournament, see, we did the back-to-back, so I had been up since 1 a.m., The casts for the Europeans started at 6 a.m., went until about 1, and then we did the North American tournaments from 1 till about 4. So by the time that came around, I've been doing a lot of casting, and I was a little beat, kind of tired. Zerg getting ready to move out. Got his Zerglings coming into play here. Getting all of his forces here ready to go. He's going to move into... Where's he going to go? Oh man, Zerglings moving in. Oh, what a surprise for the Zerg moving in there. His Zerglings are just annihilated while the Void Rays have their way with everything else here. That could not have gone better for WhiteRa, who is now looking to go on the offensive. Lost a few Zealots here, but has the majority of his army quite alive. I think he did lose that Colossus there as well. Or is it hiding there? No, it's not there. Okay. Got the probe heading to throw down a Nexus and a pylon down here. It looks like trying to get one base up on his opponent. Right now, spreading the creep. Zerg is going to really have to cap another base here very soon, or else WhiteRa will be in a near unstoppable position. He's had that Weapons 1 upgrade completed, so he is really going to rip through these forces, who right now are a 0 and 0. Another Colossus on the way. Got that range upgrade as well coming. It's going to kick it up to, I believe, 9 range, which is pretty freaking long. Couple more Void Rays. Right now, just macroing up a little bit. Going to do a little bit of recon. Keep an eye in the middle. I think he has another observer here somewhere. Let's see. Nope, he doesn't. That's the only one. So the drop upgrades are now complete. Waiting on that, waiting that speed for the Overlords to get there. Definitely don't want to have a drop at this breakneck speed. It'll get there approximately 3 days from now. Nice mixture of units, though. You can see he's pretty heavy on the roaches. Got a decent amount of Hydras here as well. When you compare it to the army coming through here, though, oh man, look at that! Queen for lunch. Protoss moving out in full force, taking out those creep tumors and that queen. Zerg is going to be pretty hard pressed to defend this position with the Colossi here in play. Oh, to hell with it. He's just going to get ready and do a drop, leaving a couple units behind there. Oh, there we go. As Protoss moves out in full force, going to be heading up into the Zerg main base. He's going to have a field day with this stuff, completely uncontested, while Zerg gets ready to drop in the main. Base race time right here. My prediction is Protoss is going to come out on top simply because of the fact that he does have this expansion. Fairly secure, 4 cannons. Also, this one right here. Got a nice buffer. Also, some standing forces hanging out down here. So Zerg actually has one Overlord he hasn't unloaded yet. Well, that's not a good thing. Doing plenty of damage. Protoss, now that he has just wrecked the main base, leaving a couple Zealots here behind to do enough damage to shut down the base for good. Natural's going to be going here as well. Maybe looking to mount a defense with his Colossi. Zerg is going to be in a terrible position to attack, man. If he tries to go down this ramp, it is going to be GG for sure. He could block off with the force fields, just have his way with the Colossi, just shooting non-stop, and that's going to be it. Looks like he is going to try to move down and get all of his forces down here before engaging. Force fields have gone down. Zerg is in a terrible position. Half of his forces that were just annihilated in about 2 seconds, the rest of them being taken out by the Colossi. There's the GG! WhiteRa coming out of this series 2-1, moves on to the next round here in the Champions Trophy Tournament, hosted by SK Gaming. Thank you for watching that. I hope you did enjoy it. Going to try to get some more games up here. And, yeah, not any more Zerg games, unfortunately, but make sure, if you live in the North American region, if you want to sign up for the February tournament, go over to SK Gaming's website, bookmark it, about a week before the tournament begins, which I think it happens around the 3rd or 4th Saturday of every month. There's going to be a sign-up post on the main page. Sign up with your code and your name. Good to go. Alright, so thank you for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. Look forward to more StarCraft 2 awesomeness coming your way. Later.